All right. So we're doing part 2 of area and perimeter of similar figures in lesson 7, chapter 7. All right. So the question has given us the perimeter of the pre-image and it has given us the scale factor. Since the scale factor is greater than 1, then I know my image is going to be bigger than the pre-image. Okay? So I will always draw two shapes. So I don't know the perimeter, so I will put P equals question mark, because that's what I am looking for. How do I know I'm looking for? Because I read find the perimeter of the image, and that is similar to the pre-image. So the keywords are whatever you're finding and the word similar. And if you see scale factor, you should know you're talking about similar figures. Okay, so how do you find perimeter of image? We're going to find the perimeter of the pre-image and you multiply with the scale factor, and this will give us the perimeter of the image. So the perimeter of the pre-image according to this question is 24 meters. And we multiply by the scale factor, which is 3. And we should have units because we are finding perimeter. So there it is, 24 times 3 give us 72 meters. And this is our answer. Okay? All right, so the next question would have been, the perimeter of the image is 97 meters. Find the perimeter of the pre-image if the shapes are similar and have a scale factor of 4. So I am going from big to small. I will divide. How do I know? Because image is bigger and the scale factor is greater than 1. So I'm going to the small side. So for you to find the perimeter of the pre-image, perimeter of image divide by scale factor. Our perimeter is 97, and we're going to divide by 4. So therefore, this is my work. And since my question wants perimeter, my answer will have units. Okay? All right. Find the scale factor if the perimeter of the image is 67 kilometers and the perimeter of the pre-image is 13.4 kilometers and the shapes are similar. So scale factor equals perimeter of image divided by perimeter of pre-image. So we will divide 67 by 13.4. Since both of them have units, kilometer divide kilometer is 1. So you cross them out. And then you do 67 divided by 13.4 and your scale factor is 5. Remember, the answer or the solution for scale factor will never have units because you cross them out here when you're dividing. Okay? Now let us do area. Area of similar figures. To find the area of the image, if the area of the pre-image is 7 centimeters squared and the scale factor is 4. Okay, so we write our formula. Area of image equals area of pre-image times scale factor squared. Remember, the minute you see area, you have to use square on the scale factor. So the unit for area is centimeters squared. So you will multiply 7 by the square of the scale factor. So the scale factor is 4. You square that, you get 16. And then you multiply, and you will get 112 centimeters squared. How do I know I'm correct? Because question asks for area. My unit should be centimeters squared. Because the scale factor is greater than 1, my answer for image has to be bigger. Okay? All right. Find the area of the pre-image if the area of the image is 124 meters squared, and the scale factor is 5. So we will do area of pre-image is area of image divided by the scale factor squared. So our scale factor is 5. We will square that and then divide by 124. Sorry, divide 124 by the scale factor. So 124 meters squared divided by 5 squared. 124 meters squared divided by 25. The area of my pre-image is 4 96/100th meter squared. Okay, so then we do find the scale factor if you've been given the area of the pre-image and the area of the image. So to find the scale factor, you will square root the area of the image divided by the area of the pre-image. As usual, when you have units that are the same, they will cross out or they will divide and be 1. Okay? Then 5,184 divide 144 gives us 36. Then we still have to find the square root, and scale factor is 6. Okay? Let's do some examples from the book. We're going to do one with the ratio. So we're going to do 5 and 6. And we can do number 1 because this we did in class. So I'll do number 1, number 5, and number 6. Okay? All right, do number 1 over here. Number 1 of independent practice. Okay, so as I look at this picture, I don't know the scale factor. And I'm going to read, find each pair, for each pair of similar figures, find the perimeter of the second figure. Now, just by looking at the question, I know that this perimeter will be bigger than this perimeter. Okay, there. This perimeter will be bigger than this perimeter. So I will write pre-image and I will write image. The question didn't give me the scale factor, so I need to find the scale factor. So there's so many ways I can do this. So we're going to do all the ways. You choose whichever one is easier for you. Okay? All right. So first, I can find the scale factor. I'll find the scale factor using the sides. So scale factor using the sides, I will take image and divide by pre-image. Okay? My image is what? My image is 18 millimeters. And my pre-image is 12 millimeters. Okay, I will divide these two. It will give me the scale factor. So 18 divide 12 gives me, I like working with decimals, 1 5/10. So this is my scale factor. It's not my answer. I still need to find the perimeter of this. So then I would say perimeter of image equals perimeter of pre-image, and I will multiply by the scale factor. So the perimeter of the pre-image is 38 millimeters, and my scale factor is 1 5/10. My answer is 57 millimeters. Okay, so I first had to find the scale factor, and then after I find the scale factor, I multiplied with the pre-image. Now let's do it a different way. I'll do it over here. So what am I looking for? Perimeter. I can put up my proportions. So I will say 18 over 12 equals to x over 38. I can do that. Then do the butterfly method. Okay, so here I use the sides, and here I use the perimeters, and here I use the image numbers over the pre-image numbers. That's how I set up my proportions. Okay, there are units here. Okay, but the units don't matter because they cross out. See, this unit and this unit goes away. I don't need it. So now I will do 12 multiply x equals 18 multiply 38. So let's do that. 18 multiply 38 gives me 684. So 12x equals 684. Divide by 12, divide by 12. X equals 57. Millimeters. Okay, and which is the same here. See? No step 1 and step 2. And then here we just use the proportions and we found our answer. All right, let's do question 5. I need paper. All right, we will do it over here. Let's read. Mansour is constructing a miniature putting green in his backyard. Miniature means small. This means small. A putting green is like a small golf thing, like green carpet where you play golf at the back of your house. So it won't be very big. He wants it to be similar to a putting green at the local golf course. So he wants to match the putting green that he wants to build in the house. He wants it to look like the putting green at a golf course. The golf course is a bigger putting green. Okay? But he wants it to be 1/3 the dimensions. So we will start with the golf course. How do I know? As I read, the area of the putting green at the golf course is 378 square meters. So I only have information about the golf course and the scale factor. So this 1/3 means 1/3. And since it is less than 1, that means I am reducing. Okay? So I will have I will do this. So this is golf course, and this will be Mansour's home, backyard. Okay. All right. So what do we do? This is my pre-image, and this is my image. Okay, so we find area and scale factor. Scale factor is 1/3. Area of image area of pre-image multiply by scale factor squared. So we have 378 square meters multiplied by 1/3 squared. That gives me 378 meters squared times 1/9. So then I do that on the calculator. 378 times 1/9 gives us 42. So 42 meters squared is the area of Mansoor's backyard, where he will put the green for his backyard. Okay, so the question says, what will be the area of the putting green Mansoor constructs? So your sentence will be, the area of the putting green Mansoor constructs is 42 meters squared. You need to answer in a complete sentence. The area of the putting green Mansoor constructs is 42 meters squared. Don't worry about this. I was doing some other work over here. Okay, so you make sure when you have word problems, you draw two shapes. You have to draw. This way you can see what is happening, so that solving becomes easier. Okay, all right, let's do Nasser's. Do I have people somewhere? All right, let's do this one with Nasser. Nasser is making a model version of his neighborhood that uses model trains. Okay, the ratio of the model train to the actual train is 1:64. Okay, so when I have my ratio, the small number is the pre-image, so that's what I do. 1:64. I will do, this is pre-image, this is image. That is step 1 for me. Okay, all right, so then I will draw small, because 1 is in the beginning, and put pre-image, and then I will draw a big one. The shape doesn't matter. You can draw a triangle, a rectangle, it doesn't matter what shape you draw, as long as one is big and the other one is small. You can draw a circle. It all depends with you what you want to draw. You can draw a line. All right, so it's saying if this is 1, for me to move from small to big, and this is 64, I multiplied by 64. So therefore, this is my scale factor. Okay, just from the ratio, I have determined my scale factor. Now, his neighborhood covers an area of 18,432. So this is the area. This is the neighborhood. The neighborhood is bigger. Area equals to 18,432. What? Meters squared, or square meters. Now I want to find the area of this. This is my pre-image. So what will I do? Area of pre-image equals area of image divided by scale factor squared. 18432 divided by 64 squared. So now we do that. First of all, what is 64 squared? 64 squared. What did I do? 64 squared. 1496. 18432 divide by 1496. So 18432 divide by 64 squared is 9/2, which should be 4.5, 4 and 5/10. So my answer is 4 and 5/10 meters squared, and I box it. What will be the area of the model neighborhood? And I answer in a sentence, the area of the model neighborhood is 4 and 5/10 meters squared. So here is my work. I started over there. I drew, I solved using my formula, and there. Okay.